recording. There we go. And it's moving a group. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff. And let's see let me just go back up there. Let me do this for anybody. Okay. There we go. Got it. Okay. So let's take a look. So here are all the artwork things that I sort of threw into my brain that we can have people starting to work on. And there's a pretty substantial list. So hey Andrew, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Doing good. So we've got the general UI UE layout. You know, where are we going to put things? What do we need to see? And what style are we going to use? So if we've got any kind of, first of all, because it's technical and because it's weld, we're going to want pretty simple blueprinty looking stuff instead of like parchments and stuff like that, right? But we're going to need just some general layouts of what this is going to look like. The, where are things going to go and where are they going to look at them? We can't block their field of view. We're probably going to be using the corners for certain things. What do we want that to look like? So that's just like 2 or 3 basic good sketches that we can look at that let us look at the style. Okay? So once we've looked at that, and anybody can work on that, right? I mean, the more the merrier. The more ideas that we've got, and then we can start talking about, oh well, this will be easy and this will be hard, and they're going to be using the mouse on this one in the future. What if they're using something else? So we'll just take a look at that. Are there going to be places where they need to type eventually? I don't think so. So there's that. So then prior to the game, there's, I call it the entry page or the entry room or something like that. You know, on every game, something pops up and it gives you all of your selections. You know, are you playing on a Mac or a this or a that? What level do you want? Do you want it to go fast? Do you want prove or practice? There's got to be some page that when they land, it kind of looks cool, and they can pick what they need to know. And the things that these should probably be all indented one more, but they should be, I mean, definitely they want to be able to pick on who developed this thing, credits. They want to be able to pick on something that shows them the controls. I like the idea of clicking on it and then having a little introductory animation that tells them, you know, if they're getting into this and they go, and I'm going to be doing welding. And no, you're not. You're going to be doing this very simple little game. So something that gives them the purpose of the game, how to play the game, and how are they going to be scored. And that could be 1, 2, or 3 little ones. What's that?
So you're talking about the user interface and the tutorial?
Yeah. So, you know, um, either an example or so, but yeah, so this is all part of that general UI on the very beginning has got to have a place where you can go and break out to these things. And then what is this going to look like? Is this going to be a little animation, a little animation, a little animation? You know, um, or is it just going to be written? I mean, how boring if it just pulls up a little sheet and you read it. It's much more cool. So let me get into Vion if I can and just show you. Some of you have seen the Vions that we've done. Oh, good grief.
Yeah.
What am I? No, it's me, right?
Yes. Oh, you're not sharing your screen as well?
This one's not sharing? God, I keep moving back and forth from screen shares. Sorry.
Gets a little complicated.
Yeah.
Well,
I had a question with your comments you were making on the entry room.
Yeah.
Could have the game set up where it tracks the levels of the player, and so that way the entry room just starts wherever they left off. Like
well,
they completed
yeah, but usually even with that, and that's past our very first intro one. Usually there's start new game, what level of difficulty, things like that. We can make it so that it enter last game or resume last game. Usually there's like I'll pull up another one in a sec to give you an idea. But like,
oh yeah, the drop bear falls you were talking about.
Yeah, I can pull. Oh yeah, so let's just take a look at what Drop Bear Falls looks like. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it.
We should be able to.
Welcome and good on you. Glad to have you on as our new park super at the Drop Bear Falls visitor station. All right then, here are your duties. They're pretty simple. Mow the lawn each day so that our visitors see it clean. Then feed the critters we don't want inviting the customers. And mind the store. Oh, and one more thing. Super important. Safety comes first. You've got to protect the hikers going to the falls. Remember that drop bears are everywhere. You never know where those boogers are hiding, but they're mostly in the trees. The hikers need to spread Vegemite on their ears and hats to protect themselves. Last thing we need is a dead hiker. Okay, so you handle the money. There are park receipts. And then there's Vegemite sales and tips. You just make sure the park looks great and you get what's left over. So, you ready? Then let's go.
And it doesn't need to be that long or anything.
Yeah, you want to put that basically in the beginning to be something like, this is the goal, this is what you'll be doing type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's what these little, hey, here's what the goal of the game. Oh, here's how you play. Oh, here's how you're going to get scored. Right?
Yeah, and we can just create screen and Vion.
Yeah, or whatever. I mean,
okay.
I think Vion is really easy and it's simple and it's a cool tool and you can put your own backgrounds in and this is where it would be cool if the guy was in a welding rig, right? Or if you made a background that looked like a cluttered up thing and you showed him move, or you can take a quick video of playing the game and superimpose some stuff over it. I mean, it'll be sort of up to you guys what you want to do, but it'll be kind of simple. Let me show. I'm not sure I've got Drop Bear on here. Here's one called Spirit Island. So it's just sort of like a little entry room that comes up and has, new game, how to play. And it's sort of, I mean, it doesn't need to be this complex, but just any type, go into a weld shop and, pick up your work order or do this or do that. There's, credits is real simple.
Yeah.
I don't know what I just clicked on. Who knows what I
Oh,
just
no,
did?
it's just for your video.
Yeah, but I don't know what. I can't get out of that now.
Click the little X from that box.
Yeah.
No, not that one, the other one. The inner box.
Is there another inner box?
Yeah, like
The Steam one?
the Steam.
Yeah, that one.
No, the one on the bottom. The X on the bottom from that one.
Go a little lower. That one, yeah.
Nah.
You can also just click Shift Tab, I think, and it'll.
Yeah. That was a booger. I don't know why those credits came up there. But here's achievement. There's like new game, quick play. There should be a resume game if I had a game going.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm talking about, the entry page.
Okay.
You land on something real simple, and away you go. So if you look at the drone simulator, they got a really cool landing page. We need sort of a standard kind of cool graphic for what our equipment specs are going to look like. And whether it's all going to be on one, or if it's a card that they flip, or something that they scroll through. So when they click on something, which they're not going to do they could in the very beginning one. What is this? It comes up. This is a Lincoln 3000 MIG welder. What blah blah blah. And look at the specs. And then really we have to have some sort of safety rules, and they need to be in an easily read, very good format that doesn't make you have to control F and find all sorts of stuff, right? So that's all prior to the game, and those are all things that I think these ones would land on the entry page.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, and then during the game, you're going to want a running score, right? You're +5, -3, you're blowing it. We could even have something that there's 6 things to fix. There's your +5 out of 20. Now you're going down, now you're going up. The hints thing and the machine specs. And then, of course, there's always, how do you get out? You got to have so there's tons of graphics to start putting into here that we can start working on. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I have a quick idea that I want to show you guys. Have any of you played the game Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes?
No.
No.
So their game, it's
okay. Let me stop. Is it something you can share right now?
Yeah. So I sent a picture into the chat.
Okay. Let me stop sharing.
Okay. This is like your entry page, and so it's kind of cool because each of these objects, like you're in a room, so like you could be in a welding shop, and then on like the table in front of you, there's they're 3D objects that when you pick them up, like you interact with them, as in like if you click on the menu, then like a menu set will come up, or like that kind of thing. We could probably do something like that.
Yep. And
where like you enter a welding shop and then you pick up, you have labels obviously on, like a folder or like a tool or something, something like that.
Right, and you can talk with Tristan on that. So a lot of these can be like little flat things, that you paste an image onto. So I'm
Yeah,
going to be
exactly.
thinking a lot of the stuff that you might be doing is creating images that are going to paste onto textures and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so these are really, they're good classic ways of getting into games, and it just depends on if you want your entry room to be 2D or if you want your entry room to be 3D.
Yeah. Is the game 3D?
The game is 3D.
Okay, so then I almost feel like it might be better to have a 3D entry page so it's consistent, you know?
And we don't know what the name of the game is
Oh,
yet.
it's Keep Talking.
Okay.
Nobody knows.
Okay. There's some value though of having this in a 2D format that's flat like this because it's very consistent. It loads very easily, and we can send that as a separate file to people that might be interested in the game. So it's almost it could be a Prezi even, right? It can be.
That's true. Yeah.
So there's all sorts of ways to do these entries, and so they get just think. And then the other thing is, it's real easy to change the back end room, and it's super easy to change the rules if this is a 2D thing. So as an example, once they've done the safety training, they might say, okay, level up in this very same room, you're going to set the machine to do a 1/4 inch stainless steel plate butt weld J bevel. Go. And so it's super easy to put on a new little image onto this that they can click on to give the rules for setups. But it can look 3D, right?
Totally,
yeah. So we'll just have to, and that's why I want a whole bunch of ideas. We need ideas to present. I mean, if we had 5 or 6 ideas that we can go, and we can do this, 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 then we've got the idea generator talking with the weld shop that otherwise they're going to be going, I don't know what we want.
Yeah. Can you send in that example that video that you showed us?
Yeah, so I'll make a video of Spirit Island.
I'll send in a couple of other examples of just like super simple ones. Like the Minecraft one is super simple.
Right. And look, Minecraft is a 3D game and it's got a 2D entry interface, right?
Totally, yeah. I like how the background too on Minecraft is technically like presenting the 3D space. I think that would be cool to use some sort of element like that.
Right. So you guys just start thinking and start cracking these things. Fun stuff that you can do. Cool?
Yeah. Okay, so are there besides this entry page, are there other 2D graphics that we could even look into, like starting sooner than later? Like, are there any that need to be done like now, this week, type of thing?
Well, so one of the quick things, and this is it depends on the UI, UE, the layout in the game. And so you'll have to look somewhere in here. I posted, it's probably not in here. Hold on a sec. I need to go to a different one here.
Yeah. Oh, what about if we I know that you want to get started on something. What if we do like the 2D, like the score,
Like the
scoreboard,
scoreboard kind of thing?
or HUD? Maybe the HUD. What is the HUD gonna be on the? Because that could be 2D. I know, like with some games or even Canvas, like when you reach your goal, it does this like confetti animation.
Yeah.
Something like that, you guys can kind of look into doing right now, because those are things that I think gotta get Tristan on here.
Yeah.
I think those are all 2D animations or 2D graphics
Elements.
And
Yeah.
I know that way you can, like you're asking, what can I work on right now? You know, so
Right.
Yeah.
And these are
because we. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Brandy.
all of these things. You can be working. We don't have to have the game up and running. These are all 2D graphics, storyboard representations. What do we want the thing to look like? And we need many examples of those.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find my 3D version of a weld shop. Do you remember where that was, Veronica? Where I put that? The 3D.
It was sent by an email, but I can look for it.
Oh, it was in an email. I thought I put it in here somewhere.
You did put it in the drive.
Oh, it's in
On
the
the
drive.
shared drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys go look at those things and do some of that stuff.
I'll look at what really quick?
So let me see if I can find the
Oh, the
shared.
3D workshop. Progress images. Okay. I see some pictures in here.
I think it was just a link that you sent us, Randy.
Oh, was it in the notes?
It's in an email. Let me search that. You sent us 2 of them.
Oh, it's in IRAR Weld Shop. Read me. There it is. Hold on. So let me make a copy of this, or I'll just put this. Let's see if this comes up. Nope, that one's not it.
Oh, is it this page?
Hold on a sec. It's in the README. Here it is. Hold on a sec.
Oh, that's a cool workshop. Dang, it costs so much money.
Yeah, well, we can make our own.
That is true. Oh, this is an example. I see.
Well, we wanted them to give it to us for free, but they didn't.
Sounds right.
We're gonna make our.
That's cool. That's awesome though.
So you can imagine that's, and so if you use this as sort of like your example of what they're going to see, what's going to go up here? Where's the score going to go? Where's their, where are they going to click?
Yeah.
If they click on this thing, where's it going to pop up? So all that stuff needs to start being done. And if you haven't worked the game design before, it's amazing. You just start drawing. And then from the drawings, we start developing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Is how
what
it
do you
goes.
guys think? I like that. The one that you showed us, Katie, that has the 3D models placed in the image.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? And I don't know. Right now, when the students are using this, they're just going to be using their mouse, right, Randy?
Yes.
And it'll just be a cursor.
Yeah.
So the two-dimensional one of the things of safety, like one of the environments that, or I don't know if you want to do that, is a huge thing when you go into the lab is what you're wearing. You know,
right.
what is it that you're wearing? You know, and what do you guys think about having them at one stage of the game? They have to make sure that they're wearing the proper, you know, usually we call that armor in a game.
Yep, that's or your skin or your whatever.
Or your right. Can that be part of that safety? You know,
kind
assessment.
of like a mini game that you have to complete in order to get into the main.
You have to go to
type of thing.
you have to go to the locker room first. If you come in here without going to the locker room, you're doomed. Right?
That'd be cool. All with a like an example of that.
Right. And so look, you can see here, right there. There's a safety issue. Right?
Yeah.
There's a safety issue. This tank is not. Well, yeah. I mean, you don't put stuff on the ground. You don't put your equipment on the ground, especially if you have to get over here to turn off the tank, which is not chained to the wall. At least you can't see. Oh, it is chained. It is chained. But usually these have to be a certain number of feet away from the electrical connectors. Okay? And you definitely don't have cords laying on the ground. And you definitely don't have equipment on the ground. Couple of other obvious things is that you don't have this in the doorway. There's no room to come through here, so your exit is blocked. The guards are up. You always start with the guards down. They're always stored with the guards down. Can't get to the fire extinguisher. A little bit of a problem.
Hopefully you don't need it. Hopefully you don't.
Yeah. Let's see. Do they have a garbage can? They don't even have a trash can in this place. That's interesting.
So is there like a document that contains all of the information that's going to be placed in each of these 2D graphics? Like, for example, equipment specs. If I was to like make an example of a 2D design for equipment specs, is there like a place where you guys have written down equipment specs that I can just copy and paste it in like quickly?
No, but you could go to our list of equipment.
Okay, so it's going
and just look and kind of you just wherever I am now, I don't even know what shared drive I'm in now. There we go.
Yeah.
You would go here and you would just look up a piece of equipment and see sort of what it looks like. Okay? But look, go to Amazon and look at what specs always look like. So it's always good to go to a place that you sort of know. So what do specs look like? I'm going to go to Granger. So if I click on one of these things, there's some basic information. There's what it is. There's a picture of it. There's maybe some data about it, right? You can even click on the specific one and collect a color, and then stuff comes up, right? So there would probably be something like what you see on the screen right here. a quick picture, who it is, a spec. Here's some like data. Here's some more data. And here's product details that would give you more.
Okay, so we're basically creating a page where all of this information resides within the main menu.
Right, right. And
okay.
these are probably 2D graphics that all have the same look. It might go to these each might be their own web page. I think they have to be pages. I think they have to be either HTML or PDF or something. Tristan will answer what format they all have to be loaded into a library.
Oh, we have to create each different page?
Yes, otherwise it's going to be having to get outside of it and back in and outside and get in. And so going out of the game is kind of hard.
Yeah.
And that's why, and it shouldn't be hard, but we need, is it going to look like this? Is it going to look like, let's just go.
Could it be as simple as just creating an image? I mean, like, then the people can't necessarily interact with the image, but the image would have all the specs in it.
Right, but maybe it's, maybe it looks like this. Right?
Yeah.
And maybe it looks, and so just go find some interfaces that give lots of good information. And then maybe it could be a rollover type, like you've got there. Small rollovers with that. And so what is that? We need 2D graphics like this that help us. So it's not a lot of like pretty fancy artwork. It's good, solid 2D graphics. We'll get into artwork as we move forward.
Gotcha. Okay. Credits, controls.
These ones give us a little bit more. These ones are actually the fun ones, right? Make yourself 5 or 10 little animations like what's already in there, and it can be kind of fun.
And we can just drop those like directly into the game?
We have to actually video that playing and drop the MP4 into the game.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then it'll call the MP4.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Right.
And then general safety rules. Okay. I think I'm getting a better gist of kind of what we're looking for.
Cool. It's kind of neato, isn't it? And so look.
Yeah.
And then I need work on the Minecraft construction project. So we can meet on that one on another time.
Okay.
But let me just show you what I'm talking about.
Okay. And then also, Veronica and I wanted to talk to you about the page, wiki page or Google site page.
Okay.
If we have time.
Okay, so this one, am I screening right now?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So. So first of all, I need to show people how to get here and to do exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
But the next,
I really like the Minecraft way of doing it.
So look over here. So in Minecraft educational, you can put chalkboards, posters, and whiteboards up.
That's so cute.
Okay? And so if I go to, and so I can put graphics on these. And so I can make it graphical. I can make my directions graphical, and I can show the map. They don't have to have it outside of this in a Prezi or this or that. I can actually show it here. Now, what I haven't figured out yet is how to do phases where this will change in time.
Like an animation type?
Yeah, so I haven't quite gotten that, but I'm working on that so that's like this is
Like a billboard?
this is my site work phase. So if you come over here, what I've had to do is you can see that I excavated down to dirt, then I laid gravel, then I laid sand, then I put more dirt, then I poured. Okay? And so that was all technical work where I had to do it in a certain way. Okay, so what I do, now what I can do then is when I'm standing here, if you look in the upper left, I've got coordinates. So I can survey this. So if I give them a map and they build it, first they have to survey it and excavate it, and then they can come in and they can actually build it, and my surveyors can inspect it and see if it's right.
Gotcha.
And then they can do their building. So this is actually pretty technical stuff that they're going to have to do.
Yeah.
But I want to give them
like a presentation that describes all that to them.
Yes.
What is in Minecraft.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but and I need some graphics for these boards. That's okay to show them how I want them to make their table, but I need some other stuff too. So anyway, that's what the Minecraft, and I mean, this could be a huge thing that we can take out to every grade if we do this right.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Okay. So I don't know a ton about putting stuff like that into Minecraft. Andrew, do you know anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll have to show you. I'll have to show you Minecraft educational. You do /WB to become a world builder, and I would give you that capability.
Okay.
And then there's something called whiteboard, poster, and blackboard, I think.
Okay.
And you can actually just cut and paste onto those.
That's cool.
So
okay, so you're kind of looking to like put instructional whiteboards / blackboard / posters basically into Minecraft so that people can join the world and understand the project within the world and not have to go to like an external site to get it.
Right. And use that Prezi concept to step somebody through what the project is.
Oh, okay. But that would be external.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
This would be external. And then as we do each little video, and we can add Vion explanations and all sorts of stuff, I just see this, I see this as creating a project that can actually become competitions, classroom stuff, just fun things, all based on exactly that. Make a square on a site and then develop it.
Okay. I will research a little bit how to put graphics on whiteboards and blackboards for Minecraft.
And make sure it's Minecraft educational, because it is
Minecraft.
just a little bit education. It's a little bit different.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. And then as for making graphics for the welding, I can whip up like maybe 3 or so examples of entry pages, credits, controls, in like equipment specs, that kind of stuff, just all within like a theme, a universal theme between them.
Right. Yeah, and what I'd like is each person to do 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So that we have, so like Andrew does 3 or 4, you do 3 or 4, Jessica does 3 or 4, Kim does 3 or 4, and then we just get these feels that we talk about, we gas about it, and go find games you like, right?
Yeah, totally.
And do that.
I think I'm really inspired by like a Terraria or a Minecraft kind of like base, because they're extremely easy to navigate, I feel like.
Right.
So I think maybe going from that standpoint will be probably the best for, like user-friendly type stuff.
Yep. Can be. So we'll see how that'll be cool.
Yeah, I wanted to quickly also mention, I got your email, and I got Veronica's email this morning about Scott Crow and saying that he doesn't want us to make a wiki site, and that he would almost think that we could like revamp that Google site that he kind of put in there. I think I'm pretty familiar with Google sites, and I think that with like enough like tweaking of graphics, you can get it pretty close, like link wise and page wise, to a type of a wiki site.
Okay.
Like if Scott is more comfortable with us making a page within that realm rather than doing like an external base, I think like I could definitely like whip up an example really quickly using your lecture videos of like, this is how we can better organize our information within a simple Google site. And if he sees that it's really useful, we could also maybe mention like, a universal wiki site might be really useful as well, or,
Right. Yeah, and we can do something like that. So here's the tough part about the doing it on a Google site is we want people to have edit ability on
to the Google site?
Well, on the wiki page, because we want people to go in there and go, yeah, and on this video and on that video. So that's the beauty of wiki pages, is that people can read something and they can add to it.
I wonder if that is available in Google Sites. I haven't researched that enough to give you like a sure answer.
Okay. So if it's not, then we have to have an editable document that's the link that everybody can go to and they can edit.
Okay, let me research that a little bit, and I'll send you an email later this week. Because I mean, like, you can send me a Google site, and then in my preferences, you can say you can edit it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, like, technically, you can let people edit it. It's just that you also then give them control over, like, format and, like, viewing pages. Like, it's not just information. It's literally editing the whole site.
Yeah. So unless we did an automatic feed from a Google form or something like that, but that's now it's another thing to do and another thing to open and another thing to go to, and I don't think people will use it. Whereas if it's like, oh, that was really cool, and I also saw
Yeah, almost like a comment section kind of.
Yep.
I wonder if they do have a comment section in Google Sheets or Google sites.
That could be, and so long as the comment section is searchable. See, there's the big thing. We need to be able to search.
Yeah.
So if people are putting all their stuff in comments, and we can't search, then it
True.
wouldn't work.
It does look like you're able to add comment sections on Google Sites, so that's good. I'll have to look at a little bit more. I don't know much about I think, because it's Google, so it's like normally, like anything that's on the page you can search and it'll link you to it, you know?
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you want to send me some of your, you can just send me it all in bulk if you want, just for like lecture video and information, and I can just like whip up an example of what I think might be cool.
Okay.
And then if we like it, we can totally go with it. If not, we can dive more into the wiki. Just so we're kind of appeasing both sides and giving him a Google site if he really wants that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, whatever you think is best.
Okay, no, that sounds fine. I think, hold on a sec. Let's see if I can give you.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, do you want me to like use this Google site that you already have?
What did I give you?
Scott sent one in the email that was like additional information design. I can send it in the welding chat.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, we can use that one. I can go try to find that and.
Yeah, if you want to give me editing capabilities on that, then I can totally edit that one.
Let's see. How do I give you access to see all of my things that I've put up?
Are you in like in a drive or?
No, in my YouTube.
Oh, are your videos unlisted or are they listed?
They're public. So.
Okay, if they're public, then I could probably just go in. I don't know if I could download them. Like the pirating way.
Well, you could link to them. If it's in Google, you could just link to them.
Oh, that's a great point, yeah. Okay, I will look up you on YouTube really quick.
And I need to get off, everybody, but
yeah, I do too in 2 minutes.
Prezi is I spoke to the two vendors, and Prezi's going to cost us to do a license, and users is going to be at least, the minimum is 1,500. And no, that's probably too much. Yeah.
Oh, that's Prezi?
Right, not that much. Was Prezi, so I'm just going to do the single user, and I'll work with Bonnie G with that. I've already started that, and then regarding Bayon, they gave us a 20% discount, so it goes down to 700.
Oh, that's good.
And 29, I think. So we're gonna go with that. Is that gonna be okay?
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
I'll